The Lien. March 19, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. Do you know what Rocha did with the copy of the lien you sent me regarding the national debt? He extracted himself and the debt into the Territorial State of State. Do you see that the United States of America, not the United States of America, not the United States of America, not the United States of America, Inc., is the owner of record? Do you notice that IRS is not the Internal Revenue Service, but is instead the Internal Revenue Service? Do you see that the creditor is listed as the United States Department of the Treasury 1789? This is a Vatican Municipal account set up for the United States of America in 1789, that is, also a territorial entity. http://annavonreitz.com/fiscalservicesdivisionlien.pdf http://annavonreitz.com/fiscalservicesdivisionlien2.pdf. So this is the territorial government literally switching the venue of the so-called national debt as a credit and release from the municipal government to the territorial government of the state of California. This only makes sense when you realize that the Pope moved to liquidate the Municipal Government Corporation and its many, many franchises in 2008 and to liquidate the parent corporation, the Pontifical Government and the Romanus Pontifex Trust, City of Rome Trust, in 2011. So the debt of the municipal government was taken as credit revenue into the territorial government, and the source of the funding was ultimately the City of Rome Trust that Jamie Dimon commandeered and sidelined 4 years later. He literally stole $486 trillion, including the money owed both to the territorial government, and ultimately to us, and we have the records of where he distributed it out, at interest to banks all over this planet. What I did was to come in on top of Rocha's action and take it the next step, moving myself and the state of state, including the state of California, and the revenue back into the state trusts that were created after the Civil War, Ohio State, Washington State, etc., and from there, I moved everything owed back to the states themselves, and from there to the United States, which then kept the soil assets and assigned the land assets back to the record owner, the United States of America. So, Dimon and J.P. Morgan are on the hot plate. Mr. Trump needs to know this. And needs to understand that what Rocha claimed as territorial revenue, is actually owed to the record owner, the United States of America, and the United States of America has claimed it. Everything that Mr. Trump's government needs and is owed first and foremost to the actual employers and owners of record, the civilian government of the people, by the people, for the people, doing business as the United States of America, who are then able and willing to support him and the American military, and the whole thing revolves around understanding that what Jamie Dimon did to snatch the resources owed to us, and a lot more, was illegal, literally bank fraud promoted by the governor of Ottawa, who was also the linchpin in paying Prince Philip $950 trillion in life force value annuities actually owed to us, the American states and people, and the Canadians, as bottomry bond insurance payments. This is disconcerting for a lot of people because they never understood how the government was supposed to be set up and how it was supposed to function in the first place. A lot of people thought, at least initially, that we were doing something shady or improper, but all that I have done and all that we have done is to renew and restore the actual government this country is owed, and bring forward the American claims in behalf of the American states and people. So, one rat to catch, Jamie Dimon, one institution to fry, J.P. Morgan, and then all the accomplices that received funds that don't belong to them. The governor of Ottawa that did this is dead along with all his accomplices. Dimon is hiding out, but the records are secure. Dr. Hendo Henderson, who was actually trying to do something right and got double-crossed, was released last time I heard, but he and his workmate, Shelley Bowling, were instrumental in bringing Diane Urban, purportedly the last known steward of the Urban City of Rome Trust, to the signing table with Dimon. What happened then was classic failure to disclose. The banker in charge for the Vatican never even let Diane read the trust indenture or have it translated from Latin. Her status as the proclaimed, by the governor of Ottawa, hereditary steward was never vetted or validated. She was told to sign on the dotted line, she did, an unrestricted signature solicited under conditions of non-disclosure and deceit. It was a Vatican City circle jerk with the Crown and Prince Philip, designed to cheat and enslave the people of Canada and America for another 100 years, and steal what was and is still owed to us, while Diamond and the Rothschild bankers licked up the juice from liquidating the Romanus Pontifex Trust. The Pope, of course, stands there with both palms up, saying, "Well, I did what I could." And I stand here saying, possession by pirates does not change ownership. We are the owners of record, and we are presenting ourselves. If Mr. Trump is wondering what in the hell went on here, God knows we have tried to fully inform everyone multiple times. He needs to haul Jamie Dimon in and send a flanks of fiscal bank auditors into J.P. Morgan with orders to recoup. Then he needs to present the bill to Duarte for our gold, with no apologies, but he can't do it without us, because he doesn't have the records and standing to make the claim. The Green Hilton Memorial Agreement is out the door in view of all the above. Kennedy made a settlement deal based on the fact that the UBS receipt was lost, but we found it, chopped up and buried by the Bank of England. It has been reconstructed and it shows what we are all owed and by whom. Damned near the whole world owes the Americans money and has owed us money for a long, long time. The only reason that it has ever appeared otherwise is exactly the same trick they have tried to employ with this national debt, simply separating us into two separate political statuses and then forgetting to bring forward the national credit to cancel out the national debt. So now you know where the money to pay us and to cancel the debt, plus pay off a lot more that the Americans are owed, got sidelined by Jamie Dimon and J.P. Morgan. My little hands and feet claim as a fixture. Lien does a lot of good things for people everywhere who happen to have hands and feet, so instead of everyone bucking against what has been done to save their rumps, I suggest that you all step back and take in the view. Send some Marines and bank auditors into J.P. Morgan. And after that, Citibank in Chicago. And after that, let's go to the Philippines and collect the gold that belongs to us. The U.S. Navy hauled it all over there, they can haul it all back too. At the Queen's expense. And under her insurance.